Earthlink crap sitting here. It can't even give me 2. It can't even give me 1 megabit. The phone is whooping the butt. All right. So now we are live. Now let's go back and check our stats. Pull the SIM card. Did a restart. Now let's see how we looking now before I even start this show. What are you doing? I didn't tell you to do that. You doing what you want to do again. I hate when the computer do what they want to do. I just hate when the phone, it irritates me when I tell something might do something, you do it. Might tell me to do something, I say I'm going to do it, I do it. I expect the same thing. So, all right, we're doing 13.8. And for our download, we're doing 7.8, 754. Now, you just saw that we were doing 13. Now we down to 7. Hello? Right. I guess we can get started now. Hello? You know we was on the phone for 2 hours and the phone hung up. Oh, cheap thing. I ain't no need to even get mad. And nobody hang up on you. I'm surprised the phone went that long without cutting off. I'll be honest with you. Especially since it died on the mobile live. Oh yeah, we should have 2 different mobile lives. Cause the phone died, and I had to start up another live. So it should be 2 different ones. All right, it's pushing out 85. It's putting out 8.42. It just pushed out 10,000 gigabytes. 8624, 10,417. But a minute ago, we were dropping frames. This is what makes using the cell phone so dangerous. Because it'll switch on you. Now, you know, I had to pull a daggone SIM card out. But we got our power back. Really irritating doing the sermons. I don't understand. I just logged into my show. Why are you on something else? I just don't understand, Sandy. Something just keep going wrong. You know, somebody gave us 2 thumbs down. We ain't done nothing yet. Some idiot, and I said idiot, gave us 2 thumbs down, and we haven't done anything. We still setting up. We haven't done anything yet. So what kind of retard? And I said retard. What thumbs down the video they ain't seen yet? If that's not the definition of retarded, I don't know what it is. That's retarded. Stupid, idiot, dumb, obnoxious. Did I forget any adjectives? We on the late night. I told y'all I was coming back. Y'all thought I wasn't? Thought I was coming back. All right. That's one of the chats up. How come the other chat not up? Where is the stream? Where's the Streamlabs chat at? Well, why you not up, Shawty? So I gotta give you a little kick in the butt? Give him a little kick in the butt. Press that browser. Refresh that browser. Give him a little kick in the butt. Still ain't show up. Go back up here again. See him. We have an opening for an emoji. Anybody want to become a member? We have an opening for an emoji. Anybody want to join? It's only $2 a month. Get your own emoji, whatever it is. All right, it's showing up. All right, we ready to start the show. Play something. I'm going to the bathroom real quick. I'm right back there.
Can you feel the baseline? Yo, this is not some vigilance justice. The real deal. Think of something this. If I catch it, I'm rubbing you out, taking you out. Let there be no doubt. I'm using agent things up the street. Some block at a time. Someone's got to do it. When I use, I'm out to rescue the next generation. Separation, segregation, right from wrong. If you don't belong, I'm running on your carcass like a parade, cascading, shots in all directions. I will best off of open Texas, so it's not the jet. I'm aiming for, I'm going to war. I told you to not the future. The hurts are what we do now. The throne is what our kids will imitate. Whether they show love or hate, so for their sake, you criminals have a decision to make. 2 shots and you're dead. Or 1 shot, point blank to your head. How do you want it? How do you want it? You're 2 shots and you're dead. Or 1 shot, point blank to your head. How do you want it? You're 2 shots and you're dead. Or 1 shot, point blank to your head. How do you want it? I'll let you decide. Let you die for pride. You step to the wrong brother. Get the black dress ready for your mama. Get your lights out. I hope you can't get this big opposite the end of the road. It's not able to go, but let I steal. I doesn't feel the needle in front of a black barrel. I got these close with your name engraved. You got one way trip to the grave.
2 shots.
2 shots and you're dead. Or 1 shot, point back to your head. How do you want it? How do you want it?
As you know,
the next man put in the number. When he must pass, nothing lasts forever. Your flesh and my bullets will sever. Where do you want it? In between your lips, in between your hips. Yo, I love this. You've been dissing me for years. Now your peers get to teach you die right in front of the eyes. Tell your mom no ride. They take no slide. They don't rely on you anyway. You make baby sport. Let's keep on the child support. You been pushing back over your people instead of blasting you. Ought to pay you on the church steeple. Make a point. I anoint myself as an executioner. Get the undertaker.
it's time you met your maker.
Yo, all it takes is
2 shots and you're dead.
Or 1 shot, point blank to the head.
How do you want it? How do you want it? 2 shots and you're dead. Or 1 shot, point blank to the head. Coming, son. How do you want it? How do you want it? Two shots and you're dead. Or 1 point blank side of your head. How do you want it? Hey Naya, for those of you who say I'm just some guy sitting in front of the computer, I've been asking y'all for 2 years, when you ready to ride? We can go clean up our own streets. We don't need a man. When you want to get off your butt and do something, bring your resources, bring your weapons. Let's go clean these streets up. Stop waiting on Batman. Incredible Hulk ain't gonna do it. When you ready to get up off your rump and we go clean these streets up. Whenever you ready. Brother Derrick ready to ride. Been ready for 25 years. Y'all talking that mess. Y'all talking it. I don't change on anything I say. I ain't got the money and the resources. If I had it, I'd be doing it. But I got the ideas. Anybody want to ride or die? Send me a plane ticket. Send me a plane ticket. We can go clean these streets up. Now, we hadn't done nothing and had 2. We hadn't done anything and had 2 thumbs down. Thanks for the views, idiots. Everybody thumbing down. We thumb down the show for you and your feelings. It's somebody in their feelings, but then come see me. Open show today. Anybody got a problem, come see me. You won't. Because I ain't going to play with you. And I'm not in that little circle. I ain't in that circle with them where they make up fake beasts. They were working hard to keep me down. We never got our chain that we wanted to go chain the bike up with. That's why I was pissed off. Because y'all saw when I was hooking it up, somebody was right there. That's why I made sure I said, I got everything of value over here. And put the alarm in their face, beep, beep. And then went through the door and hit it again, beep, beep. Let them know, this ain't the one. Don't even try it. But we had chain, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Now I paid my money while I don't have the chain. I was out there waiting for it while it didn't come. So I was not in the best mood at the market today. I ain't even get what I came for. I was so mad. But we went. We did what we had to do. Trailer did a good job. That bumper sticker is not going to last. We need to get some clear tape, and we need to tape it down. Because that bumper sticker ain't going to last. It came off 3 times already. So we're going to have to go and get some of that. You know, like that big roll of clear tape? We're going to have to go get that. Also, y'all know that I ordered a throw pillow to put on the backrest. It was a daggone pillowcase. They sent us a pillowcase. Those of y'all that watched the video, you heard me ask the Amazon man. It's supposed to be a pillow and a little mini air pump. Now we got the little mini air pump, so if we get a flat tire, we can try and pump the tire up. Maybe we can make it to the bike shop. If we get a flat tire in one of the trailer wheels, maybe we can make it. We can pump one tire up and make it. Because the wheels pop right off. Put it under your arm and walk on in the bike shop. Hey, if you put an inner tube on this, you go. So the trailer has real tires. It doesn't have them fake tires like the scooters. It got real tires. They're air filled. They're almost the same as the back tire on the bike. But like I said, we went up there. We went to the market. I tied everything up. Somebody had my spot. Y'all know that I be on the end. I had to go to the other end. That other end, the thing was broken. It was loose. So I made sure I didn't tie nothing to that. I tied it to the solid part, but the other side was kind of loose. So I tied to the solid part, took it through the trailer, took it through the bike, and then I put it on the inside. So somebody would have to lean in to try to work the combination. They can't just be standing there like, they ain't work. No, they had to lean in. Somebody gonna say, hey, what you doing? Especially when that alarm go off. What you doing there, boy? Alarm's still going off. Why you didn't turn the alarm off? Turn your bike. If it was your bike, you would turn your alarm off, right? Right? But it's all good. I don't know why everybody trying to give us a thumbs down, but you know, we ain't no haters. Thumb me down all you want. Don't bother me. I appreciate you coming by. So is Amazon going to give me my $3 back that I paid them to have that shipped on one day? Because I could have got a better one. I could have got that Schwinn. That Schwinn with the same price. I showed it to y'all. The Schwinn. We could have got the name brand. Schwinn. Same price. We could have got the name brand. Instead, the Schwinn wasn't coming till Monday. Well, we ain't got no chain. I could have waited till Monday. Now I'm ticked off. I'm ticked off right now. Because I could have had a name brand. Somebody would have came there and said, oh, that's a Schwinn. We're going to leave that alone. So I'm kind of ticked off about that. But I am grateful. I'm going to rig up. I had rigged up the pillowcase. I took a king size bed skirt and I wrapped it in a pair of trousers and tried to make a pillow out of it. But the problem is, it's too low. So that when I sit on the seat, instead of me leaning back and relaxing, I'm like this. Because the thing won't let me, because it's dead, it won't let me put my butt up, and it keep trying to push me off the bike. I almost went down when we going up the hill. First started out. The seat was pushing me off the bike. The pillow on the seat. Because it's too low. You want it to be up around the small of your back. That's where you want that pressure at. It's like right now, if I sit back, I'm laying back. Right? But I'm not all the way up to it. I'm laying back. I'm not getting the full back support. But if I come up, now I'm getting the back support. And so that's what we're looking for, the back support. But the thing is already going away from me. And then I got a cushion that's pushing me further away. So we'll get that worked out. It's never a dull moment. I wonder if the Ravens work today. I heard the people downstairs, they were talking about the Raven game, 39-21 something. Sound like somebody having a field goal contest or something. But how was y'all Sunday? I got some I bought the 360-degree camera, but I couldn't power it. I couldn't power it, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't do it. You know why I couldn't do it? Because I had the Halo power bank on the front of the bike. And guess what? It didn't charge it nothing. How? I don't know. Why don't you go back to the double? How I didn't charge it at all? It charged the lights. The lights didn't cut out. So we had to take the power bank that was in the backpack that supposed to run the phone and the camera. We had to take that back. We had to take that out and put it in the front saddle to run the Bluetooth speaker and the phone, which made this phone cut out because it had no power. Why didn't it have any power? We took the power bank that supposed to power the phone and the camera, and we had to put it back. Even though we had it on the charger for 4 hours. I don't understand why it didn't charge. But from now on, we're not going to use the Halo. We're going to put it right to the wall. We're going to let the wall charge it. Because I don't know what happened. How it was on it all day and didn't do nothing. It was on there for at least 4 or 5 hours. And yet it had no charge. Something ain't right. And we've only had that a couple months and it's been performing pretty well. So we got screwed on that. But on a good note, we was able to get some footage. Phone conked out and so did the camera. But let's see, we haven't had video footage. I want to see myself riding the bike. We can't see that with the regular phone. Now, you know, on the scooter, I ain't doing nothing but holding the button down, but I'm actually working while I'm on the bike. Well, let's see. Let's take a look here. And get a cookie. Where's Windows Media? There's our friend. There's our buddy. All right, take me to desktop. Take me to action cam. This is for me. I want to see this. Y'all might say, I seen it already. But you ain't seen it like this. Let's go. No, it's on my shoulder, so you're not really gonna get no back view. Because it's on my shoulder. So I'm the back view.
Let's go.
I see that music too loud.
Something had us going the wrong way. What the hell?
Something's wrong here.
Yeah. I only drive one way. How you doing there? Pretty good. You got the right of way, sir? What the house is down there? I'm ready. Well, let's go.
So, are we full screen? We got 2 thumbs down.
This really is totally unfair. If you got one out there out the house, and you got to ride straight up, no break, no leveling out. You got to ride straight up. It's not fair. Who said life was fair? And we still going up. Y'all see this? No breaking action.
Y'all can't tell me I ain't pedaling. You can see me pedaling.
So we burnt the barrier, and we ain't even got 2 blocks off yet. The hell was that? We even gotta go uphill to get back to the street with that.
Come on.
Everything uphill.
Can we get some bass?
Everything uphill.
Can we get some bass? Come on. Come on. Come on. Why that's not full screen? Hold on a sec. Why are we not full screen? Why are we not full screen? Yeah, why are we not full screen? Windows Media?
Because it's smoother.
Oh, it's still in 2K, that's why. We got a 4K screen. Even though YouTube won't admit it, we in 4K. And you can see it. Look at the size difference. Look at that. Now we'll bring it back over.
Is it a coach?
That's why it don't look right. Alright, let's go back. You see I'm pelling. Can't say I'm just right.
That's all I'm telling. I'm sorry for the shaking. I'm good boy pelling. How figure with that for, man? Back your hand from here to get to the hill. The spot gets hot. When I hit your block.
The spot gets hot when I hit your block. The spot gets hot when I hit your block. Something stand still when I start to rock. Just sing it. Don't bring it. Don't let your mouth write a check that your butt can't catch. You think you're hard, you better be on guard, cause I'm putting down a smackdown. I'm putting down a smackdown on you clowns. Don't sing it, y'all. Just bring it.
Somebody talked in my stack. So I'm gonna do all the time.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, that one thing kind of shaky. Yeah, long to knock it out. Oh, I don't take the wagon off. Look at my hard part. She never want to come off.
Hey.
It's too hard to get up. Back it up, huh?
Don't sing it. Just bring it. Don't be in that. Don't let your mouth run it. Check your ass can't catch. You think you're hard. You better be on guard, cause I'm putting down a smackdown. I'm putting down a smackdown on you clown. Don't sing it. Just bring it. 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 Bring it.
Hey. Stop now. All right. Let's take
Come on now.
Well, this man backfired. That's my fault back here. You wanted to be keeping my back. You done fell backwards. That's why we'll fix you and get home.
I need to shave.
Now, of course, Amazon fucked us over, but it's all good.
Oh, y'all big dog. Come on now.
UFC, I'm sure. That's the question. When you open around, there you go.
Yeah, it's hard.
We bought a brand new chain, and they didn't bring it. And this backfired too. We went to our last little bit of tape on this shit too. And it didn't work. So you're saying to yourself, you failed. Yep. You failed. Unzip it. Is it a rip? Yep, zipper rip. We can buy some more tape. That's a big deal. We can buy some tape. So she was supposed to go down this way. That's how you were supposed to be.
Won't show me love because I'm not a thug.
And we'll take you down. But that's how you're supposed to be. This is what we set you up for. Now, give me the rock.
Tell the show one. Let's see what's up on the seat. I'm working on that.
Y'all see them men in this buck get ready fighting. And I'm telling you the buck ain't gonna win. I'm about to close line the shit out of it.
I spent more time with the bike than I did chaining it up than I did in the market.
Give me a hard time.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Now come on. The puddle went away in. Yeah. Oh my God, the sticker coming off. Holy shit. That cheap sticker she gave us, man. I appreciate the offer, but down. Can't pay my 3 times, we gonna lose that. That's that about it. We're gonna leave that joint. That's that about it. We're gonna leave that joint.
I ain't called my brother yet.
You got the pull over. That's alright. We'll do that later. Gonna get some tape. Hey, give me the sticker. That's the only thing available. Let's go. Oh. Damn. Keep my shit in there.
Yeah, I had to get me smart. Look at that clarity.
Hey, yo, I feel weird walking around with a cut. That was 8:44. You don't scream with Coach Black. I was in my house. Y'all don't need to be saying all that. Yeah.
I'm wearing red, so I got the red mask on. It ain't good at all.
I don't need nothing to the imagination. I got to tell y'all everything. People can be doing videos. That's all we know how to do. Is make videos. I saw your house, I'm gonna do a video. That's all we know how to do.
Oh yeah, is my wine punch right here?
Alright, y'all, we're not using the Samsung, so the quality ain't gonna be the same. Hopefully nobody don't. I say that honestly, because I mean it. I paid for them to send that chain today. So I'm supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? I paid for that chain to ride today. I didn't pay for it to ride tomorrow. They charged me $3 extra to get that chain here today. And I'm really pissed off it's not here. So none of you guys don't have any, right? I'm really pissed off that I spent my money. And now, I still gotta hope.
Alrighty. So, you know, somebody said that we only play other people's content. Well, I just play my own content. That was me in 360. How many other people in the sector can do 360? And I'm mad that I had it on the backpack right here. Actually, it's on this side. That's why you saw my face and everything in there. We gotta find. I'm thinking about just mounting it to the bike. Seriously. I'm thinking about just mounting it to the bike. But I would love to put it on the helmet. But I'm gonna look retarded. If I put it on the helmet, I'm gonna look retarded. This thing is gonna be sticking out the side of my head. How am I not gonna look crazy? See, this was at least discreet. You could put it up there and maybe somebody would notice it and maybe they wouldn't. But how you not gonna notice this? How you, and I got it to the side. How you not gonna notice this? Like, what the hell? You heard the cashier say, yeah, I'm trying to hurry up because he got me on camera. But you know what? The problem is, how are we going to power it? I would have to buy a long C cord. Because not only is it going to be on the side of my head, it's going to have the C cord running down. That's the problem. The best angle is to put it up on the side of my head. That's going to be the best. That's going to be the best angle. But how are we going to power it? That's the killer. How are we going to power it? Because we're going to have to run a wire. And then you're going to have the thing inside of my head and then a wire coming out. Now, I could just run the wire and have it go into the backpack. but I'm still gonna look retarded. So let's not hesitate. Let's just go ahead and spend the money. Well, I got it. I done tried everything to make this thing work, and it ain't working. I done tried everything I know how. I done tried head mounts. I done tried everything to make these mobile lives work. And I'm gonna tell you, that camera footage kills anything the phone could do. Matter of fact, let me back that statement up. Let me back it up. I'll back that statement up. Is it even showing up yet? The live. 3 hours ago. I guarantee you that video, let's see.
I see you. Where you get that from? I like that. Everybody comes down there with a hoax. Guess what? Hey, your boy Trump got it. And you know what I hope? I hope you don't want to ventilator. That's all he keeps saying. I got more ventilators. You got more ventilators than anybody. You know in the ventilator, only 17% come off, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's see. And you tell me what look better, the 360 or that? What look better? You tell me. What look better?
We even gotta go uphill.
Look at this.
To get back to the street with that.
It look like digging.
Hey.
Look at this.
Everything uphill.
And I got it on my chest. So I'm absorbing all the bump. And yet it's still hubbing and bubbing. Look at this. It look like trash. That's trash. Look at that quality. Tell me that's not trash. Somebody tell me that's not trash. Look at that. Lights jumping all around. Look like we playing the pinball machine. Y'all gonna tell me I'm worried about nothing. Go ahead and say it. Look, this is terrible. This looks like trash. I mean, I had to carry 4 devices. Because I have to carry the S5 just for the camera. Because that camera on the LG is a piece of dookie. Camera on the LG is a piece of dookie. You can talk to me till the cows come home. You can't make a case for that. You gonna tell me you don't see a difference?
That's fine too. You went to the last little bit of tape on this shit too. But it didn't work.
Wrong one. What?
You got the right away, sir? What's the house down there? I said it. Come on, let's go.
Now you gonna tell me? Where all the hubbing and bubbling at? How come the lights not dancing? Why the lights not dancing? Look how clear that picture is. Somebody talk to me. I'll listen. Where all the lights dancing at?
This really is totally unfair.
Where all the shakes in the screen at? Where's all of that?
You got to ride straight up.
dancing at?
It's not fair.
Y'all gonna tell me y'all don't see a difference?
Who said life was fair? And we still going up. Y'all see this? No breaking action. So we burnt the barrier. And we ain't even got people laughing off yet.
Where all the lights dancing at? Where all the lights dancing at? And I'm pedaling. You hear me breathing? I'm pedaling.
The hell was that?
Why come the lights not dancing? Where the long squigglies at? Where they at?
We ain't gotta go uphill.
That's why I enjoy bringing this camera along. And I'm going to tell you something that's totally unfair. I bought this 360-degree camera because I can live stream with it, but none of my phones will do it. I might have to get an iPhone. Every day I try to live stream with this, I have to go into the video section on the whatchamacallit and take out. It set the event up. It set everything up the live stream, and then it says error. No matter what phone I use. And I keep looking at the instructions, and it keeps saying that the two lights supposed to go back and forth, and that means you live. The two lights come on frozen, they don't do anything. So we might have to get an old iPhone. But this camera is supposed to live stream 360. It sets it up. I can see it in the YouTube studio. Upcoming. It sets the event up, but it never completes it. Last night, I let it sit there for an hour, and spinning. It won't complete it. I bought this with the stimulus money. I should have bought the Rilo. And I said, next stimulus, we was going to get the Rilo. And guess what? Ah! 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 That was April. We in October. We still ain't got the stimulus. So that's why we not broadcasting in 360. But also with the stimulus, I bought another camera. The camera that broke. I bought another version. Got a real good deal on it. And guess what? Can't break the Google code. The Google code on it. I've been trying to break that Google code. Staple. I can't break it. Because it's a phone, not a camera, but it's a phone also. Somebody's account is on there. And you have to put that person's account in there for it to come on. It won't come on. We can't do nothing with it. We can't even record with it. We can't do nothing with it. Nothing. That's why we haven't been doing 360 live streams. Not that I ain't spent no money. I bought 2 cameras to live stream with. And we can't do nothing with either one. I keep saying next time we get a stimulus, back in the camera. Back in the camera. And our politicians keep playing around. It's going to be December. I'm still going to be saying, I'm going to get us another 360-degree camera. I'm going to get us another bike. So we literally have 2 cameras that we can live stream with. But if you tell me that the 360 don't look better than that YouTube Live on the phone, you lie. I just showed you. So even though it's going to make me look retarded, let's go buy a mount, because I need a mount. I need a mount that's going to go directly on the helmet. And we're going to put it on the side of the helmet. And hopefully the cord I got will reach down into the book bag and I'll be able to power it. So I have a wire. It better not have it sitting on the side of my daggone head. Looking like a Martian. But going to be a wire coming down also going into the backpack. So we'll have the phone right here. And we'll have the camera here. And we're going to have it up a little bit. See, we had it here. And so it was showing my face. I want the camera to tip over. You understand what I'm saying? So that you see, you might not be able to see everything on the side, but you'll be able to at least look over my head and see stuff as it's going by. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Rather than seeing my face mashed in the screen, you're going to see a little bit of the helmet, but it's going to peek over and let you see this side. But it's going to be 360. But the helmet going to be in the way a little bit. That's better than my whole body being in the way. Just a little bit of the helmet will be in the way. So you'll still be able to see what's on that side. So you'll get the full view. But the important thing is to have everything in the center of the video. So that gives you everything you would get with just a regular camera. But then you got the sides. One side is going to be the right, one side going to be the left. And like I said, this side, you'll see everything. But on this side, my head, the helmet going to be in the way a little bit. But you'll be able to look over the helmet because I'm going to have it peek. It's going to peek over. So the lens is going to peek over and be able to see. Whereas being up against my face. You know what I'm saying? So, still going to look retarded. But we still going to look retarded. But I like that footage because it's clear. And you can see what I'm doing. So let's see what we can get into. See what we can get into here. Action cam, helmet mount. Go to high. Uh-oh. Can we get something by tomorrow? That. Action. What kind of mountain kid? No, we don't want no head. The head strap didn't work. It might work for this. Nah, I don't want to look retarded. We already got that. That's a suction. It ain't gonna work. That would work, but I would look retarded. I would seriously look retarded. If that was on the bike, I could just put it on the bike. And I could use that to make it taller. We can just put it on the bike. As long as it's in the front. I think. Okay, let's do that then. Let's just put it on the bike. And I'm gonna have to get another power bank and have 2 power banks up there, that's all. But they're gonna have to share. Are you gonna need no power bank? You're gonna have to have 2 of them in that front saddle. That's a lot of weight. For that saddle to carry. That's a lot of weight. Alright, that's action cam, bike mount. Should have put handlebar mount. Alright. Price loader high. Prime. So they ain't got no next day. Woo. The lanyard. All right, there's one, $6.29. We used to have one of them till it broke. $29. There's one, $6.80. Cause I have a mount. That's $6.80. That'll be here Tuesday, October 6th. What about this one? Wednesday. Oh Lord, no, that ain't it. Wednesday. All right. This will be here Tuesday. You can't do no better than that. Yeah, free delivery tomorrow. Yeah, you ain't no help. $15.99. They lost their mind. I like that. It's cute. Not it ain't $17 cute. I tell you that. You done lost your mind. All right, so go back. What's this one? That's $5.80. Yeah. Action cam mountain kit. I'm trying to see how strong that is. That don't look strong. They look like a zip tie. That doesn't look strong to me. That's the only picture they got. See, we don't need all this. I don't know what all that is, but this right here is what we need. See that little silver piece right there? Y'all see it? That little silver piece right there? It goes right here. It goes right there. See that silver screw? It goes right there, and you screw it on. And that's how you hold it. It holds it up by that screw. So that's $5.80. But I don't like they got a zip tie. I don't think that's $30. So that's that was $5.80. Added the cart. Oh, thank you. Who would get a protection plan for something that costs $6? I would just buy it again. Wouldn't want you to send me something used. Then they're breaking a day or two. I'd be mad. All right, and that's $6.29. This is more sturdy. That's more sturdy. This is more sturdy and it's movable. You see that dial right there? It move in a circle. This is more. This is more movable. You know, they actually call it 360, but really you're gonna move move it to the side, move it frontwards, move it backwards. But we got a 360-degree camera. We don't need all that. But Okay. Add the cart. Now watch, all of these is going to be higher. 17, 21, 18, 18. See, so they always adjust the highest. 18, 12.99. Now, let's go back. Now, that was the two lowest prices. Now, what we want to do is change it. Action cam, handlebar mount. If we get a cheaper price. All right, let's go. $10. It went higher. Low to high. Prime. Can we get it cheaper? $629. $680. $695. I don't know how that works. How that works. $7.95, $7.99. Oh, I can't use them. $7.99. Okay. Is that the same one we just had? Wait a minute, I made a mistake. Hold on. Got an option. What about same day? Anything same day. I had to pay an extra $3, but anything that comes tomorrow or later on today. Come on. Need something I can use. Come on. Come on. Egg on shame, not a one. Oh, that's $8.99. Oh, that's $8.99. $9. It would cost more money. And then you still gotta pay $8.99, and then you still gotta pay that ain't it right here. $9, and then you gotta pay $3 plus tax. So that $9 would be 10 something. And then it'd be almost $14. Get it by tomorrow. Well, ain't that serious. Maybe I won't go nowhere tomorrow. But we have to wait for the we have to wait for that tomorrow. There ain't no other one. There ain't no other one. Nothing in that range. That ain't come till Wednesday. I ain't got now. Look up top. Try it again. Come on. There we go, y'all. We had it the first time. We had it the first time. I didn't notice it. There you go right there. It's the one I said I didn't want. It's the one I said I didn't want. It's always the one you don't want. That's why I didn't notice it. I thought it looked kind of flimsy. But okay. I mean, that's how you want to play, but there ain't no more. Okay. That's the only one I can get by tomorrow. By today, I mean. Because we're gonna have to go outside and wait for we're gonna have to go outside and wait for the chain. And so I'm gonna charge up both the Alright then, that's the only one I think we already got it in the cart though. Hold on. Action Cam Midland. We already got that. We already got it. There it is right there. Action Cam Midland. So it's $5.80 plus $3, $6, $7, $8.80 plus $1. It's gonna be about $10. But I mean, they had that clear picture. It's worth it to me. Some of y'all might say, "Oh, that's too much money." You know it ain't. It ain't too much money. All right, let me go ahead and pay for it. We black the screen. Y'all something to look at here. Everybody be putting their pictures up. I got great pictures too. Found one. All right, y'all, give me 1 second. Let me buy this real quick. See the checkout. Come on. Use this address. Come on, girl. Make it out there. What card you gonna use? 615 now. I think it's gonna decline. Yeah, just go ahead and use it. Just go ahead and use that. All right. So when's it gonna come? Tuesday. So if I pay $2.99, it'll be here tomorrow. All right. So now it's $9.32. How much on the Cash App? Yeah, we got the chain we never got. Cash App. Cash App got $8.35. How much is that? $9.32. Ah. All right, how much on the PayPal? I'm feeling blessed to be able to have stuff to look at. Open this. $1.10. Okay, it's $1.10 on the PayPal. Wait a minute. Let me play something for y'all. I'm gonna see if I can transfer the money from the cash card to the PayPal. Hey man, where's the new free music at? Play something for y'all. What was the last song? We didn't make it that far. Meaning it cashed out. I cashed out the cash app. It cost me 25 cents to do it. But where did the money go? Did it go to the Chime or the PayPal? Ah, you gotta be killing me! No. Oh, it's not fair. Let me see something real quick. It is 9:32. I got 9:20 on the PayPal. I put the Cash App and the PayPal together. We got 9:20. Can somebody send 30 cents to the PayPal? Am I allowed to send money to myself? Hey man, am I allowed to send money to myself? All right, it says transfer to bank. What bank would you transfer? In minutes, 9%. What bank? If I do that, it's gonna send it. Okay, let me see if I can send it to the Chimes. I know the Discover card take days for a transfer, like 4 or 5 days or something to transfer. But maybe I can send it to the Chimes. Wait a minute. I forgot. At the market, the Chimes declined. Chimes declined. How much is on the Chimes? Oh, it's not here. Take me to the Chimes. Chimes is not gonna let me see online. Something's beeping. Is that you beeping? Huh? I said, is that you beeping? Something's going, womp. Hope it's the right one. Oh man, why you always give me this one? What was you doing? Womp. What is that? I was expecting somebody to sing on loop in a minute. Buddy. Thanks. I don't know what email I used. Did I use that for the Chime? I don't think I used that. Man. I don't want to apply now. I'm already applied. They don't give me a hard time. On the job. Can't do the job, can you? That's all right. Don't let me do it on the phone. They ain't gonna get mad. Not gonna let me do it on the phone. Isn't my picture on the screen? Hello? Hey, is you watching the show? Are you watching the show? You say you nodding on me. What you saying? We say we're boring? I think you trying to say we're boring? I haven't even started the show yet. I'm taking care of these loose ends. Cause tomorrow the chain that didn't come today is coming tomorrow. So I'm trying to order a mount for the 360-degree camera. I really like how that looks. I'm trying to see what's on the chimes card. I think it's okay, I got 1151 on the chimes card. I just need to know what the last 4 numbers are. What's the last 4 numbers of the card? Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing the last 4 numbers of the card? I know you're thinking to yourself, what am I talking about? I'm making sense. I want to know what's the last 4 numbers on the card. This is crazy. It's not saying what the last 4 numbers of the card are. I don't know what it is. Account numbers. Thank you. But what's the card number? All right. You know what? I'm just an idiot. I could have just saved myself all that time. Let me go back. I could have saved myself all that time. Go back to the payment method. And one of these cards is the chime card. I don't know the last. Oh my God, it's in my face. Oh my God. I didn't even see it. We wasted all that time for nothing. I'm a born again retard. Retard is me. I'm a born again retard. Oh, can you see? I'm a born again and re. A born again and re. Born again re retard. I try so hard, but I'm a born again retard. All right. Place your order today by 9 p.m. All right, orders placed. He said use a re. A re. Use a re, retard. Say you try so hard, but in the end you come out looking like a retard. Say use a re. A re. Retard. You try so hard, but in the end you look like a total damn retard. A re. A re. A re. A re. A re. A re. Total retard. Try so hard. I ain't got back to the main screen yet. Damn. All right. Let me check my chat real quick, and then we'll start the show. I don't see nobody talking. I'm gonna. Oh, is there anybody here? I mean, I can watch the pay-per-view. See the what you call was on tonight? Going in with that ground beef. My grease on. And I don't even know. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead. Even though I had something already ready. Let's go.
Police in Plano is now in custody, arrested, accused of killing a man in Plano. Rudra Patel and Abdul Rahman Al-Dulami, both are 18 years of age, now charged with murder. The shooting happened on Saturday in the area of Jack Carter Park. Police say they knew and targeted 18-year-old Jacob Rusk. No one else injured in all of this.
Everyone's sharing. They keep trying to offer me something that's gonna get me flagged. I don't understand why YouTube does this. Why do they offer me stuff that's gonna get me flagged? They want you to get flagged. All right, y'all. This was an hour ago. I got some stuff set up, but
activists marched through a Beverly Hills day. They say they went there to personally deliver a message to Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. The protest took place outside of the home of Bezos, demonstrating all attention to the struggles of the working class. They also called for tax reform and accused billionaires like Bezos of not paying their fair taxes.
You should really be less greedy and help people. Pay your employees a living wage so they won't have to be on government subsidies. Just pay them enough so they won't have to pay government subsidies for babysitting.
Many of the demonstrators were current and former Amazon employees and are part of a group known as the Congress of Workers.
all right. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. But it was 3 hours ago. Well, let's get it.
You can see it in the...
I said, let's get it. Anything about Trump be hump I play.
Why did the president leave the hospital for this publicity stunt?
Yeah.
Anna, well, thank you very much for having me on this evening. Good to be back on with you here on CNN. A couple things I want to tell you here. I want to tell you about two conversations that I've had with the president. One was about 15, 20 minutes ago, and then I had a lengthy conversation with him yesterday. And when I had this half-hour conversation with the president yesterday, he said two really important things. Number one, that we're going to defeat this virus. He's going to defeat it. We're going to defeat it as a country. Then we're going to go win this campaign. But he said another thing that I found very important. And he said, be careful. I want you to tell people to be careful. That means wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. If you can't socially distance, wear a mask. Be careful. Very important message from the president. And then when I
so
spoke
let me
to him
stop
a few
you there
minutes ago,
because back to my original question, which was about the publicity stunt of him getting in this vehicle. Is that him being careful when he's putting these Secret Service members at risk when he has the coronavirus and as apparently
that's what I was thinking.
Very infectious given his symptoms?
Anna, what I was getting to was number one, President Trump was feeling very good yesterday. He's feeling even better today. And so it's good to see him on the mend, good to see him on the rebound. And he's really been buoyed by the show of support from people who've been outside Walter Reed Medical Center in Bethesda. And he wanted to, as a sign of gratitude, show folks that he's still fighting for them. He's looking forward to getting back out on the campaign trail. And so in a very safe way, I drove by and said hi. And again,
don't fight for me. You can't fight for yourself.
I was able to see it.
Don't fight for me.
Importantly, when I was talking with the president just about 15, 20 minutes ago, he said another thing that I found very telling. They said, I know what it's like to go through this. We're going to beat this as a country. And when I get out of here, we're going to be talking a lot about COVID and how we go and beat it as a country. And so I think there's a level of understanding as someone who's gone through it themselves, where he can relate with people, understanding people have gone through this COVID virus, this China virus that has hit us. And this is the most important thing facing the country. And President Trump is ready to lead on it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to hear that he does appear to be feeling much better. To that point about being honest with the American people about this virus, hundreds of thousands of Americans have battled and they've died from the virus. They have had to do so alone. Families and friends aren't allowed in the hospital. They're not allowed to go on joyrides. Many can't even be treated in a hospital until they are critically ill. So I just wonder, how does a stunt like this that not only puts a spotlight on the inequities of the president's cavalier attitude of the virus, but endangers the lives of others, help campaign?
Well, hold on. I want to push back a little bit there, Anna. I don't think this was a stunt at all. I think this is President Trump showing people that he's very gracious for the hospitality they've shown him, for the support that he has, for the hundreds of people outside Walter Reed Medical Center there.
But he's also
ready
done that.
to get back
he's also
into
done
it.
that in videos that he's put out on Twitter without having to endanger the lives of Secret Service members by being in a car that's hermetically sealed in order to do this drive-by.
But we know that Secret Service always takes great care of their agents.
Now how he get it?
Precaution, obviously.
We also know
Secret Service was responsible for everybody get that gathering because the president was there, and yet all them people got the CV. All them people got the CV. Don't tell me that. Woman, shut up. Tell that man to shut up. Tell him stop licking Donald Trump butt. He's a jack off. Donald Trump is a jack-off. I don't care who says it. You're listening, Secret Service? Donald Trump is a jack-off. Don't come knocking on my door. You hundreds of reasons why no Republican should be president of the United States. Whether you like Democrats or not, they make better. They make better politicians. They might be just as evil, but they make better politicians. Y'all politicians, the Republicans ain't worth nothing. By the time they do something, you already dead. Why didn't Cuomo use the daggone hospital boat? People was already dead by the time he said. Why he didn't use the tent city they made? People was already dead. By the time Trump got all that stuff together, people was already dead. He didn't need hospital beds. People died. Thousands of people died. Thousands of beds came open. Thousands of ventilators came open. They didn't need it. Now, if there had been a Democrat would have been had the ship out there. Would have been had the army set the tent city up. By the time Trump get around trying to that's the part of Republicans. They want to let everybody do whatever they want to do. Just go ahead, it's your job, do your job, and I ain't going to come stand over you. You can call the Democrats racist all day, but I tell you one thing, the master of the plantation ain't going to let the slave just stand there and look stupid. He going to hire somebody with a whip. Hey, boy, get back to work. Hi, you ain't doing a good job. Republican would just stand there. Or how come nothing get done? Everybody standing around. They're not doing their job. Democrat crack their whip. Get to work. That's the biggest difference between Democrat and Republican. And they go all the way back to the Civil War. Republicans won the Civil War. And let the Democratic South go back. And then come behind them. Let them do whatever they want to do. Didn't come behind them. Let them put the Jim Crow, let them burn us, let them hang us. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing until they saw the 4 little girls get bombed in the church during Bible study. They started looking. Wait a minute now. What's going on down there? They turned the TV on. And see the dugs being put on the people. They turn the TV on again a few months later. And they see them putting the dugs on the little black boys and girls. That's when they got up. Oh, y'all going too far now. Now we got to do something. So in the 70 years of Jim Crow, the thousands of black people that had their heads cut off, their arms cut off, that are missing, thrown in the river, raped, schools burnt, houses torched, all of that didn't mean nothing. You didn't get up off your butt. But you see the little black boys and little black girls get attacked by dogs. All right, now we got to go down there. You got Republicans seeing all these people getting infected in New York. Republican president. And he wanted to blame the governor and the mayor instead of getting down there and seeing what he can do. 10 months later, he wanted to send the boat. He want to send ventilators. And the people died. A lot of them people that died, that's on Trump. Because it could have been prevented. He claimed he locked the border. He didn't lock New York. Why did New York get infected? Which led to New Jersey getting infected. Why he didn't lock California? But he claims he locked the borders. I've been calling for him to lock the borders since March 1st. Videos are up. The videos are up. Republicans are too slow. The House gave the Republicans the bill in May. We are in October and we still do not have a stimulus bill. We don't have a stable unemployment bill. The people get ready to get fired from the airlines. What are the people, what are they doing? Small businesses are closing. People about to be evicted. They taking their time. You know why? Because they okay. When they walk outside, they don't see nobody hurting. They don't feel the pain. They don't see it. I'm okay. Ain't you okay? You don't need no stimulus. Go to work. They're not going to send their kids out there, but send your kids to school. Why your kids not in school? You worried about this disease? You all right? But they putting money in the stock market, but don't want to give us no money, and it's our money. They want to give money to the airline, but they won't give us no money. Want to give money to Puerto Rico, don't want to give us no money. They worrying about what's going on in Saudi Arabia and Israel. Throwing money over there. Won't give us no money. Food on us. But that's our money you spending. Republicans wanted to give them $99 billion. I'm sorry, $93 billion. To billionaires. The millionaires and billionaires already millionaires and billionaires. Why you gotta give them $93 billion? You won't give us $1,200, but you want to give millionaires, they get to split $93 billion. No Republican president has ever gone to any inner city and said, where's the government money at? Never gone to a public school and said, where's the money at? Not one. Where's the money? If Governor Hogan of Maryland sends money to Baltimore City Public Schools, and I go to a school meeting, and I hear them saying, we ain't got enough, we're going to have to take money out this program, we're going to have to close down the rec centers to help pay for this, we're going to have to take money out the road fund to help pay for this. But the governor supposedly gave them millions of dollars. Well, where the money at? Who's putting the money in their pocket? Where does it go? How come these representatives who only get paid $50,000 a year, how come they worth millions of dollars? Where the money at? I ask the hard questions. Nobody don't want to answer them. Where's the money? Nancy Pelosi makes $200,000 a year as the head of the House. $200,000 a year. She's worth millions of dollars. How you get $200,000 for millions? It take 100,000 to make $1 million. So she would have to work and not pay taxes and get paid $200,000 a year $200,000 a year and not touch the money for 20 years. I'm sorry, for 40 years to have $2 million. But she's worth about $8 million. That would take her 80 years of her salary if she don't touch it to make that money. So where the money coming from? That's how they get paid. They don't get paid off of us. That's why they don't give a damn about us. They're not getting paid off of us. That salary don't mean nothing now. They getting paid by the rich people to keep making the rich people richer. And they're getting richer. That's why they don't care if you can't put food on the table. They don't care about little Johnny going to school getting sick. They don't care about little Johnny coming home and kill the grandparents and raising them. They don't care. They don't get their money from us. They get their money from the rich. Anybody want to come debate what I said? I'll listen. I know you won't. Because you'll get chopped up. But come on in. Take a chance. Roll the dice. You elect Donald Trump again, it's your own fault. Man said the virus ain't nothing. Put on it. They give you the sniffles. It ain't nothing. Yet, he went into the hospital. Yet, he been on oxygen. Yet, he's on an experimental drug that's for people that's near death. If he okay, why is he taking a drug for people near death? Why is he riding around with the Secret Service and the other Secret Service member know that he's infected? Why is he in the car with them? Putting their lives and their families in danger. This is the kind of stuff that don't make no sense. This is not a rational man. He been whooped by this disease and now he got it. That's the death blow. Get this man out of office. Stop wasting our time. Stop wasting our resources on this daggone bumbling president. Seriously. I'll continue on.
We want to get back to that breaking news: a commercial building fire in East Los Angeles.
Oh,
this
man.
is the 4700 block of East. You can see just how big this fire is. That roof completely collapsed, sunk in as this fire continues to burn. It started about 8:20 tonight, nearly an hour ago, but there's probably about 24 fire trucks in this immediate area trying to put this fire out. Once again, if you're not familiar with this area,
that water ain't doing nothing. Look at all that water they pouring in there. Ain't doing nothing.
There as well. But it appears that the fire is sticking to the commercial building. We're not sure, if anyone was inside there, but we do know that as of right now, no injuries are reported. Definitely a large fire continuing to burn in East Angeles.
They ain't doing nothing. That thing ain't. They ain't playing. That fire not playing with nobody. All right, let's pull a hang up out. So we already covered that. Hold on. Where's the link Naya had earlier? There it is. Y'all see it? Yeah. All right, y'all. This is heartbreaking. Burger served with mayo. Mayonnaise. Leads the fatal shooting. 130-year prison term. Officials say. A burger served with mayo. Somebody is dead because they gave somebody a burger with mayonnaise on it. Y'all understand what I'm about to read you? A man was sentenced to 130 years in prison after Arkansas officials say he fatally shot a woman because there was mayonnaise on his fast food burger. In March 2019, Priscilla Aldridge and Kevin Thomas took an order from a fast food restaurant to Andrew Crockett, 35, the Arkansas Democrat Gazette reported. Thomas and Crockett are brothers. When Crockett opened the bag, a neighbor heard him yell, "BITCH. You know I don't like mayonnaise on my burger," before shooting his brother 3 times and 37-year-old Aldridge once, killing her. Crockett was convicted Wednesday of first-degree murder and first-degree battery, court records show. He was sentenced to a total of 130 years in prison. 75 years for the murder charge, 40 years for the battery charge, and 15 years for being in possession of a firearm as a felon, according to court records. Crockett was ordered to serve his time consecutively in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. I appreciate the hard work and dedication of lead Blissville Police Department Detective Jason Simpkins and Deputy Prosecutors Gina Knight and Curtis Walker in obtaining a conviction for the senseless murder over a botched fast food order and putting this dangerous criminal in prison for a long while. Really? This man shot his brother 3 times and shot a female friend because they brought him a burger that had mayonnaise on it. Instead of saying, "Go back down there and get me a burger with no mayonnaise," he shot him. I normally don't like them kind of long sentences, but he needed to never see the light of day again. That man does not deserve to be out there with nobody. You gonna kill somebody. Now, I don't like coconut. I don't like raisins. But if you make me a pancake with some raisins in it, or some coconut, or those nasty blueberry pancakes, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna say, make me some regular pancakes. I'm not gonna kill you. If I'm really hungry, I'll get a paper towel and I'll wipe the mayonnaise off. If I'm near a sink, I'll run it under some water. Put it in the microwave for a couple seconds, put some seasoning on that, put it right back on the burger. It ain't that serious. For you to kill somebody? That's crazy. All right, that was from Nia. This is from Liz. Trump's photo op raises how seriously he don't take the virus. In the midst of an aggressive course of treatment for CV, President Donald Trump left the hospital with his security detail Sunday so he could ride in the SUV past supporters cheering him on outside Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. The short trip where Trump waved to his supporters through the window while wearing a mask. Hey, what are you doing?
Here to defeat. Tell me how many are.
Talk on it. Actually, play nothing. Trump waved his supporters through the window while wearing a mask in the back of his SUV. Was an attempt that show of strength that displayed the president's questionable judgment, his willingness to endanger his staff, and the fact that he still does not seem to comprehend the seriousness of a highly contagious and deadly disease. Trump doctors on Sunday provided concerning details about how his condition to reporters, including 2 alarming drops in his oxygen levels. But the late Sunday photo op underscored the chief concern for the president, who was furious. As the chief of staff was telling reporters about his troubling vital signs, is projecting a commanding image to the public. attending physician at Walter Reed harshly criticized Trump's Sunday drive-by as a risk to the lives of Secret Service agents who accompany him in the SUV. Every single person in the vehicle during that completely unnecessary presidential drive-by just now has to be quarantined for 14 days. They might get sick. They may die for political theater commanded by Trump that put their lives at risk for theater. This is an insanity, Dr. James Phillips tweeted. That presidential SUV is not only bulletproof, but hermetically sealed against chemical attack. The risk of CV-19 transmission inside is high as it gets outside of medical procedures. The irresponsibility is astounding. My thoughts are with the Secret Service forced to play, Phillips tweeted. Hey. Despite the risk posed to others in the hospital, the driver, and security, White House spokesman Judd Deere said the movement was cleared by the medical team as safe to do and that appropriate precautions were taken, including PPE. Photos of Trump's unannounced ride posted by Ghetto Images show a Secret Service agent in the front row wearing a full medical gown, respirator mask, and a clear face shield. The White House Management Office sent its first staff-wide email since Sunday night, since Trump tested positive for CV early Friday morning. Until then, staffers had gotten no word about whether to come into work or to remain home, given that several of their colleagues tested positive. Stunningly, the email was reviewed by CNN states they should not contact the White House testing officer if they have symptoms. Trump's diagnosis also doesn't seem to have changed his campaign understanding of the risks their events have posed to their supporters. Jason Miller, a senior campaign advisor to Trump, told CNN's Anna Cabrera on Sunday on Newsroom that the campaign will continue to take temperatures and give out hand sanitizers en masse as supporters in the rallies, but he did not detail any other changes like requiring attendees to wear those masks. We're not going to hide in fear, Miller said. Trump's physician, Dr. Navy CDMR, Dr. Sean Conley, held a second medical briefing in as many days on Sunday that again raised more questions than answers about the president's condition. In their John news conference Sunday morning, Trump's doctor said that even though the president has had at least 2 concerning drops in oxygen level, they are hoping he could be discharged as early as tomorrow from Walter Reed. Conley and other doctors involved in the president's care offered some information about the president's condition and the treatment that he's receiving, but there were still significant gaps that made it hard to decipher the full picture. Conley again failed to answer basic questions about the president's condition and admitted Sunday that he had omitted those alarming drops in the president's oxygen levels during Saturday's news conference because he wanted to reflect the upbeat attitude that the team and the president had about his condition and didn't want to give any information that might steer the course of illness in another direction. But that sounds stupid. Conley acknowledged that his evasive answers came off that we were trying to hide something, but he said we wasn't. That wasn't necessarily true, adding the president doing really well in responding to the treatment. If you even acknowledge that your evasive answers came off the wrong way, then that means you meant to do it. The president is sicker than they want to admit. He's sicker than they want to admit. His oxygen count dropped twice, and he had to go on oxygen. They got him on a drug that's only given to people with severe COVID. So why is he acting like he ain't sick? The president is 76 years old. He's not young. It's the old people that died from this CV. He is at serious risk to his health. Serious risk to his health. He tells everybody, oh, you get sick, go home and quarantine. He in the hospital. Why he not home quarantining? You can't listen to everything that man say. Ignore him. Full of stuff. I don't feel sorry for him. I go on the record. I hope he got to get on the ventilator. For all the 200 and some thousand people that's dead from the CV, from the almost 8 million infected, I hope he had to go on the ventilator. Since he's bragging, we got so many ventilators. We got more ventilators than anybody in the world. Don't nobody want to go on a ventilator, jack off. Going on a ventilator is like going to the daggone death chamber and hoping that the governor call to stop the execution. That's what it is. When you get on that daggone ventilator, you got a 17% chance of surviving. 17 out of 100 ain't good odds. That means 83% of the people that get on the ventilator die. Die. So why are you bragging about we got more death machines than anybody else? You shouldn't want nobody to get on a damn machine. The fact that people getting on the death machine means you ain't doing your job. And you bragging about providing the death machine to your people. You know how retarded that sounds. Just somebody talk to me. You know how retarded that sounds? Yeah, we got more death machines than anybody in the world. Come on, get on our death machine. You know you want it. Come on, go out there and get sick and get death machine. Come on. Start planning your funeral. Come on, we're going to get you out of here. That's what he's saying. He just don't know it. He's telling you, come on and die. Aren't you glad I got so many ventilators for you? You can't even buy a real mask, but he can get you a ventilator. Let that marinate. You cannot buy a real N100 mask right now. Why aren't they offering stations where you can go and somebody can fit your mask to your face? Won't do it. Republicans say, get your own. We ain't gonna have you do nothing. This is the reason why we got so many cases, because the lazy Republicans. They lazy. They don't want to put no work in, but they want to sit back and criticize everybody else. Well, you should have done that. Why you didn't do that? Why you didn't kick me in the butt? That's why you the numero uno. You responsible for everything I do. You supposed to come check up on me. You don't do it. You want to sit back? Why you know? I had nothing to do with it. That's the reason why Republicans should not be in charge. Sorry. Get mad at me all you want. But tell me I'm wrong. I can give you reason after reason after reason after reason. All you can do is make smart comments.
Have you been hurt in a car accident?
All you can do is make little comments. Anyway, something ain't right. Hold on a sec, something ain't right. You supposed to see it. There it is. Okay. Let's get it. Next video.
Shot on the south side this afternoon.
WGN's Brona Tumulty live with that story. Brona?
Guys, we're here at the intersection of 58th and Marshfield. You can see it's all cordoned off here. Lots of police on scene. All of this happened around 4 o'clock. Details at the moment a little bit sketchy, but what we do know is that 3 people were shot. They were all in their 20s. They were all taken to University of Chicago Hospital. The first victim is believed to be 26 years of age. He was shot in the arm. He's said to be in stable condition. The second victim is a 24-year-old man. He was shot in the head and throat, is what police are telling us. He is in critical condition. And the third victim is 20 years old, and he was shot in the leg. Now, what we are being told at the moment is that the 24-year-old, the one who's in the worst condition, seemingly was maybe in this vehicle right behind us here. You can see it's still on scene. He seems to have, according to police, shot at the other 2 victims, and presumably they returned fire, as all 3 ended up with gunshot wounds. So that's all we have at the moment. 3 men, all in their 20s, all suffered gunshot wounds, all transported to University of Chicago Hospital. We're working to get more information from police on scene. We'll check back in with you guys a little later on this evening. Back to you guys.
Thanks.
All right, let's keep it going. It's getting late.
Good evening. For tens of thousands of Americans, crisis hit tonight. Debilitating, life-altering crisis. October 1, furlough day for 30,000 workers at United and American Airlines. We'll meet some of them in a moment. For the air carriers, movie and hotel chains, restaurant and entertainment groups, and mom and pop stores from town to town across. The reality is stark tonight. After 6 months of hanging on and government relief nowhere in sight, too many businesses can hang on no longer, and they've decided their employees have to go. Furloughs at Marriott, Hilton, Uber, and more. That's on top of the 28,000 we heard about from Disney this week. Last week, the Labor Department reports close to 800,000 Americans lost their jobs. The previous week, even more than that. And since COVID, 60 million people have filed for unemployment insurance. 60 million. That is not just a number. Those are our friends and our neighbors trying to pay the bills in the rolling crisis that is COVID-19. They're the victims. Ask the government for help.
All right, Congress, let's seal the deal. Let's pass a COVID relief package.
Allie Malice is one of 33,000 airline workers being furloughed today.
I love my job.
She found her calling in the air and built a life around it. But 6 years after she boarded her first flight for American, the paychecks just stopped. Will you wait for a callback, even if it's years?
I guess I'll wait for a call back. I hope it'll be soon.
Of course, there aren't many jobs out there to find. Not now.
My husband and I met as flight instructors in Phoenix.
Laura and Max Woods are now both pilots for different airlines, and their future is uncertain and unnerving.
On September 4th, my husband and I opened the mailbox, and we had both received our furlough letters from our airlines on the same day. So
From separate airlines on the same day?
We did, yes.
Did you look at each other and go, what are we going to do?
Yes, it's overwhelming. The pressure of obviously of having a young child at home and having another on the way just adds to that.
Hello?
Max's job is safe for now. Laura could still be laid off in just a few weeks.
No, that's not okay.
Union leaders fight.
If you watching the show, you would see me live. You know, I wasn't touching no
This is
phone.
only going to continue to spiral
What's up,
down
man?
because when you start to unravel the airline industry and that network, it becomes weaker and weaker and weaker.
Some analysts think otherwise.
It's really important for the airlines to become far more efficient when they can start to lay off employees or put people on furlough. That will help bring the cash burn down substantially.
We could give away all of it, and it wouldn't solve the problem. Imagine that 750,000 workers working for free would not take care of the problems in the airline industry right now.
The challenge is ongoing, but brand new for Allie Malice, who, like tens of thousands of other airline workers, has a simple message for Congress tonight.
Set the political games aside. Help us.
Well, both sides say they want to. The House is on track to vote tonight on what they're calling a stimulus bill, but think about it. It's disaster relief. Victims who did nothing wrong need help. Disaster relief. A live report on whatever Congress is doing coming up before we hit a commercial break. Word today that half of New York City's bars and restaurants may be wiped out permanently in the next 6 months. That's from New York State's chief financial officer. Think of it, 14,000 bars and restaurants just gone. Some of my favorites already are. Crisco's, Italian Gym on 14th Street. Daddio served great burgers till 4 a.m. No more. A new government report on the city's troubles is out today. Most bars and restaurants here are small businesses with fewer than 20 employees. And more than half of the workers are immigrants, making on average about $34,000 a year. CBC's Frank Holland in Harlem now with a business owner who says he might have to shut down for good. Frank.
Well, Shepard, it's certainly a big concern for business owners like this one you see behind me. He's very concerned about his ability to stay open and stay in business when many of the people who are his customers may lose their jobs. Culinary creations are what Chef J.J. Johnson prefers to focus on at his restaurant in Harlem. But in recent days, instead of rice recipes, he's been stewing over reports of rising COVID numbers.
Your favorite restaurant might not come back. If there's a second wave for restaurants, that might mean 100% of restaurants close, 80% of restaurants close.
And layoffs that could impact his core customers.
Especially in Harlem, talking about working class America losing their job, that's who supports us. If they don't have a job, we won't be open. It's just that simple.
Small business owners across the nation under pandemic pressure. According to Yelp, from April to September, permanent business closures, they increased by 165%. Amar Espinoza is a bartender who has seen his income fall sharply because of fewer tips. If his restaurant closes, he'd be out of much more than just a job.
If I don't have a job, I gotta go back to Mexico, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't have a job. I'm an immigrant, so I don't really receive any support, any help.
Katrina Paris-Penn and her husband own a home and lifestyle store that's been hit hard by the lack of tourism.
Things have been hard, and they're going to get harder. And until we get, COVID under control, we are going to have hard times ahead of us.
And Chef, it has been especially hard for low-wage workers, the people who would make your food in a restaurant like the one that Chef JJ opened here. According to the Pew Research Center, nearly half of them have lost their job or had to take a pay cut during the pandemic.
Frank Holland, Uptown in the big city.
All right, thanks to CNBC.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC.
I hope that Trump and Congress watch stories like these and see that people are suffering. People are suffering. And here's the key. The rich people see that Congress is bumbling around. Why don't they step in and help? But they don't give a damn. They want you to go back to work. More money. Right? Rich people can intervene and help. But they won't. If there was a gap between what Nancy Pelosi wanted and what Stitch McConnell wanted, how come the rich people couldn't step in and say, hey, y'all fussing over $500 million. We'll all put together and come up with that $500 million. Get it done for the people. Nope, they don't give a darn. That's a fact. How much money is too much money? At some point, don't you get bored when you have everything? If I was so rich that I had everything I could possibly want, I would spend my life trying to help people, trying to have that same feeling. That's why I would never be bored. That's why I'll never be rich. Because I would be like, let me take this money and let me try to make everybody else a little richer. Let me try to help everybody else out. If I see a young lady that got a dream of opening a little store, and I got money, and I see she's struggling, trying to get it done, I will come through. So man, good luck. Matter of fact, I'll be your first customer. I'll come in and buy something very expensive that you have and set the tone. If I see a young man struggling to get through college and he can't even pay for his books, and I had the money, I would not only pay his books, I would take care of his meals and everything. Get that education. Go become something. Go cure cancer or something. Let me get you started. No, it's me, my. That's the reason why rich people don't get to heaven. There's a reason that you have that money. But you're supposed to use it to make your fellow man life easy. That's why you have it. You don't have it to get cars. You don't have it to get the stock market locked up. You don't have it for you to be out there. You're supposed to be take the people around you. You're supposed to be glorify the name of Jesus Christ and for God the Father. All you want to do, I'm going to give me more airplanes. I got 5 airplanes. I got 20 cars. Why the hell would you need 20 cars? I got 9 houses in different parts of the country. I got beach houses down in Mexico. Like you really can live in all of that. I just don't understand when you know people are homeless. And you got 10 houses. Why can't you build some shelters so they can have some houses? Some place to lay their head. It's small stuff. I played a video earlier in the show where people were marching for the homeless. But not one of them said, let's put our money together and let's do something for the homeless right now. Instead, they were pressuring somebody else to do something for the homeless. Do y'all see where I'm getting at? It starts with us. But we want to pass it along. But you know the government ain't. We want to pass the buck. It's the government's fault. It's everybody else's fault. But you step over that person every day. You drive under that bridge and you see them people living there. And you look at them and go, and keep right on going. What do you think Jesus says when he see you do that? What do you think goes through his mind? But you want him to let you into paradise. Look at what you do to your fellow man. Why he want you up there? You'll do the same thing up there. Step right over somebody. See they hurt. Laugh under your breath at somebody. Why do you think he wants you up there with him? People don't think like that. And I don't know why. But they're so selfish. What I can get. What I can buy. What I can do. That's all you care about. It's shameful. But this is us in 2020. Look at all the pain that's going on. And we throw it under the rug. I ain't hurting. Okay. I ain't hurting. You know. About to go in here and cook this food. Got from the market. I ain't hurting. My stomach is growling. The NXT takeover. NXT takeovers are the best wrestling there is. Everybody knows it. Am I watching it? Am I enjoying my food? No, I'm here serving my community. I wish there were more people like me. It'd have been easy not to come back on. I gave you a live today. My lady finna tell you. She kept saying, why did you keep talking about going back live? Because I said I was going to come back. So, you know, you ain't got to go back. Here I am. Why don't more people was more important for me to share with y'all than it was for me. I ain't even took my medicine yet. I ain't even took my, but I'm here. Where's that dedication at? Where's that drive at? Why don't we have it? Why is it always me? I. What happened to you? When I refer to things, I say we. I don't say my show. I say our show. I don't say my channel. I say our channel. Turn the other YouTubers. They roll their mouth is my page. My page. My page. If don't nobody come to it, you ain't got no page. Don't nobody come to it, you ain't got no live. Not just you. Ain't it? All right, I ain't seen this. I hope this is wrong. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, so somebody need to butt toe up.
40-year-old doing safe today. He drove his great-grandmother's car more than a mile on a busy road in Minnesota during rush hour.
We'll just let him explain why he did it.
And how fast were you going, do you know?
I hit this gas brake like that.
And where were you going?
To the gas station.
How come?
Because I love reasons.
I get it.
I get it.
Got
That's right. 4-year-old Sebastian just wanted some candy. So he hopped in the car and drove a mile and a half to a Speedway store. He didn't get any faster than about 15 miles an hour, but he did some damage to a few mailboxes and a tree. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
We're laughing about it, but yeah, it could have been very serious. Where he could have hit a car and not wearing a seatbelt. We couldn't have been talking about a funeral right now.
That is right.
That is right. So glad he's safe. Police caught up with him at the gas station and took him back home to his family.
Precocious little guy right there.
I'd have beat his man. I'd still be beating him. Yeah, lost his mind. All right. I don't know if Naya Liz is watching, but I got this for them. They enjoy it.
So y'all see the player on the field staring at the ball, at the baseball. This white guy is on the field staring at the ball. So y'all see it? Y'all see the player on the field staring at the ball? Y'all see it? The guy is staring at the ball. Y'all see it?
Yeah, y'all question. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
See? Y'all see the guy on the field staring at the ball? I got this thing over my head. The guy is on the field playing baseball. And I bet he think it's fun to play baseball. It is. He can run, make the home run and everything. You hit one, make the home run, you throw the ball like that. The guy on the field, he throw the ball like that, he'll make a home run. This guy make a home run.
You got the CV.
Throw the ball like that, you know what I mean? He'll win. He'll win, and the other guy will catch the ball. He will make the home run and team will win the championship.
But it's it. He's a fit. Fit.
Y'all see it, right? Y'all see the man. You see the man on the field with the little baseball thing. I forgot what they call it. There, you put aside your head, the old black thing.
All right, enough. All right. Not one of his better videos. I hope this don't happen to y'all.
What is USAA made for? It's made for him.
Get it.
One Tennessee family was shocked when SWAT team officers kicked down their door and threw a flashbang grenade inside, and it was all a mistake.
Yeah, officials were actually looking for the house next door. As Amber Worthy reports, the father is calling them out on the air.
There's kids' toys all over the place. They probably had to step over kids' toys, and they still threw 3 different flashbangs. One hit my son's room, one hit me.
The DEA is apologizing for bursting into the Rink family home with the Bradley County SWAT team, only later finding out that it was the wrong home.
Somebody breaking into my house. I go get my gun. Try to protect my family, like what the dad would do.
The father of 4 says just before 6 a.m. with his gun drawn, he feared for his life when he saw police instead of the intruder that he was anticipating.
As soon as they opened the door, they see all the guns, I just turned around. Because that's what everybody was saying, if I was 5 steps up or 3 steps up, they had to pull the trigger, I had a gun. I think I'm a murder suspect.
A murder suspect wanted in connection with this woman's murder in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Situations such as these are tragic, and DEA takes them very seriously. We intend to look into this matter further and take steps to ensure situations such as this never occur again.
Left with a smoke-filled house, damage to their door, but more importantly, the family says their son was temporarily blinded and deaf from the flashbang grenade. His parents say he's traumatized.
I might have to come sleep upstairs so he might feel safe in his own house to go to sleep because somebody didn't do their job correctly.
And Rink explained how police explained this mix-up.
Houses look similar. Really, they look similar, and we were told it had a white car. Well, I had a Yukon, and I had a Camry. They were white. They had a white car. So we just got your house. It looks similar. That's not a mistake to make. Hell, you could have looked at the mailbox.
Well, police did arrest the murder suspect that they were looking for shortly after mistakenly raiding that house. Frank says authorities did offer to pay for the door that they kicked down, but he is not satisfied
Your
with
lawyer.
that.
Everybody else be. That don't make no sense. The little boy blinded and was deaf for a while, and you want to pay for a door? Oh, you better get a lawyer. Your lawyer, son. Good lawyer.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Time now is 6:00. Investigation underway this morning after a shot while playing a game of basketball. It happened around 8:30 last night near Smart Street and McDonald on Detroit's west side. Tell us the boy was playing basketball with friends when a man walked up to the group and opened fire, shooting the team. Taken to the hospital for a serious condition. Police are looking for gunmen. If anyone has information, call DPD.
Hey, do you want to say...
Sleepy street, but neighbors couldn't help but stop and stare in shock and fear.
And you can see the body there on the sidewalk.
Not one, but 2 bodies, as 2 men were shot to death on 250th Street, right in front of a home in a neighborhood just a couple of blocks from the PH.
This is just totally out of character for a little city of Lomita, usually a quiet, peaceful place.
It was around 1:30 on Sunday morning when the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department got the call of gunfire in the neighborhood. When they arrived, they say they found 2 men in their early 30s shot at least once in the upper torso. Paramedics could died on the sidewalk.
I had to come down and see what house it is, see if I knew anybody down here.
But she didn't. And that is what makes this crime even more alarming. No one appears to know who these two are.
So it's very, very strange, very strange. It'll be interesting to see what the outcome will be, what happened, if they can figure it out.
Investigators believe at least one of the men showed up in this vehicle that they're towing away right now. However, they don't believe that either of the two men who were shot and died here in this community actually are trying to figure out why they brought this.
The person who did this is running around, so I don't know what the motive was here, if it was somebody who... Oh yeah, it does make it.
While the investigation continues, neighbors help but be on edge.
Makes her hesitant, like, the evilness of the world is slowly creeping in. You just can't keep it out anymore.
Although neighbors we spoke with don't know the men, they couldn't help but feel for those who do. And they just hope detectives solve this mystery. Families, unity, and peace. Joy Benedict, CBS.
All right. What you do? All right, here we go. Come on, everybody.
Guy meets girl. Girl cheats on guy. Guy hops in his vehicle, attempts to pull out. The girl gets behind the vehicle and attempts to stop him. Throws herself behind the vehicle as he tries to back out. He backs out slowly, obviously not wanting to run smack dead over the girl. He's deliberate. He's intentional. He's focused. He wants to leave. Finally, he pulls out. And he leaves the girl on the ground, crying her heart out. Don't go. Don't go. Pathetic. Man. The reason why I want to talk about this is because dude handled that situation like a G. Fam, I know for some of us it's hard for us to get over that hump, letting go. But man, that's the best move he could have made. Because guess what? If he is all of that, if he's worth what he think he is, he's going to be very hard pressed to try to replace him. It's going to be hard to replace him. There is not a whole lot of good people in this world compared to the bad people. I just finally I've accepted it, I mean, just overall, Think about what I'm saying, fam. Most of the people that you've met in your life, you can probably say, my life would have been just good without them. Most people that are in your life are takers and not givers. Most people in your life, you can't trust. You're lucky to be able to name more than a handful that you can trust. You'd be lucky to name one. Relationships are very difficult.
I'm bored.
But, embrace.
Reason. Come on. Then give us a double commercial.
Here is a bird's eye view of how some are trying to keep the homeless crisis away from where they live and work.
Yeah.
Dozens of these bright red planters strategically placed to prevent people from turning sidewalks into tent cities.
Instead of helping them.
But those with these barriers say the city of Los Angeles is punishing them while at the same time allowing the homeless to illegally block sidewalks with tents. NBC4's I-Team investigator Joel Grover tonight reports on what some call a dangerous double standard.
A homeless tent goes up in flames near downtown LA. Just down the block, another tent fire erupts, right next door to the uniform company owned by Rick Antman.
I worry about the safety of my employees greatly. They're like family to me.
Antman says 3 years ago, homeless people began pitching tents in front of his business, Clean Craft Uniform Services, blocking the entire sidewalk and violating disability access laws. He says every day he found used needles and people defecating in front of his building. So he put up this fence to keep the tents away. That is, until the city ordered him to remove it or face a stiff fine that could exceed $1,000.
I thought, why are you coming after my fence when there's tents blocking the sidewalk?
Illegally.
Illegally.
The Bureau of Street Services has refused to give Antman a permit to keep the fence. Will you issue a permit to someone who wants to put up a fence just to keep tents away from their building?
If you're putting something on the street just purely to keep the homeless off the sidewalk, would have an issue with it.
But you could easily assume the city has no issue with the thousands of tents that now impede access to LA's sidewalks, like in front of Lisa Rich's building on East 7th.
Have you ever seen the police come by and say,
Never.
"Move your tent"?
Never.
The city ordered Rich to take down this fence she put up after a homeless tent caught fire, damaging her building. And fences aren't the only barriers going up. These makeshift planters line the 800 block of South Hope Street, placed there by business owners trying to keep away tents, like Maria Yanashi.
We have to take matters into our own hands because the city was, again, dropping the ball on us.
Maria and her husband Peter run this nonprofit and say it's unfair for the city to penalize people who are trying to protect their properties.
I think it's a double standard, and they're going after people who obviously can't pay the fines.
Do you understand why the property owners feel like they're being held to a double standard, a higher standard than the homeless who block the sidewalks?
I understand that. Ending homelessness and dealing with the homeless individuals are governed by federal laws, court orders.
It seems like more and more property owners are now taking extreme measures to keep homeless tents away. Like Steve Castro, who put up these trees across from the apartment he owns after an encampment took root just a few feet away.
A lot of kids were walking by, and one day one of the homeless guys was playing with himself while looking at the kids, and that was it.
Castro says the trees pushed away the tents, and he says the crime that came with it.
There's no needles, there's no one fondling themselves, and the kids are safer.
The city of LA says it began a new program this month with new guidelines to consider allowing people to put up fences or barriers to protect their properties. The city says it will allow barriers, especially if they beautify a property and allow sidewalk accessibility, and not just to keep the homeless away.
NBC4 is committed
to
covering this crisis.
But that's what I said earlier. Y'all say Brother Derrick just come on here and run his mouth. What did I say earlier? You got the money to put up all those potted plants. Each one of those had the least cost $200. And they had about 20 of them now. With that same money, you could have put that towards some drug treatment. Maybe try to invest in getting these people some cheap housing. If all those people that were concerned about them being out there, if they put their money together, they could open up a facility where these people could set their tents up there and be inside. Maybe even put a little wall down. You know, like when you go take your car to get it fixed, and you be in this bay and the next car be in that bay, you could actually put thin walls. And the people could be inside, out of the cold, out of the rain, put a couple bathrooms in there, and at least the people wouldn't have to be out there on the street. But see, that takes too much brain power. Because they don't want to help the people. They just don't want to see the people. Can somebody come in here and tell me I'm crazy? They don't want to help the people. They just don't want to see the people. I don't want to see this outside. I don't want to see the people out there. How are they bathing? Where they getting water from? It's all about you. You don't want to help them. You just want them to go away. And you want to blame everybody else in the world, but you the one worried about them. But you won't do a darn thing to help them. You want them gone. So we know you don't want to help them. You want them gone. Let's check the CV numbers for the day. 13 in the morning. It's getting late. We want to go outside and wait for the our packages tomorrow if they come. Our bike chain didn't come today. Hopefully, the mount for the 360-degree camera. Hopefully that, and the mount for the what else we? The bike chain. They'll be here. So we got 7,636,912 known cases of coronavirus in the United States. 214,611 people are dead thanks to the coronavirus. Out of that, almost 8 million cases that had an outcome. 5,063,880. Of that, 4,849,269, which is 96%, have either recovered or been discharged from the hospital. But that sounds good. That sounds good, except for the fact 214,611 have died. 4%. That's better than the 15% we had back in April, but okay. People still dying. Let's check our numbers for the day. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. They got that CV. 3,029 new cases today in the state of California. 26 people have died. Texas, they picked up 2,311 new cases of the CV. 25 people died today in Texas. In Florida, they picked up 1,868 new cases of the CV. 38 people died. New York City, the old number one, they picked up 1,227 new cases. They lost 10 people today. Georgia, sweet Georgia, Georgia on my mind. I took the midnight train to Georgia. I picked up the CV in California. Now I'm heading to Texas. Let me stop. Florida, 1,868. And we're on Georgia, I'm sorry. Georgia, 847 new cases. They lost 28 people today. Illinois, 1,453 new cases. They lost 17 people. Arizona picked up 355 new cases and they lost 1. North Carolina picked up 610. They lost 5 people. New Jersey, the old number 2 is now number 9. New Jersey picked up 597. They lost 4. Tennessee picked up 1,615 new cases. They lost 17. Louisiana picked up 893 new cases. They lost 32. Pennsylvania picked up 962 new cases. They lost 17. Alabama picked up 789 cases. No losses. Ohio picked up 942 new cases today. No losses. Virginia picked up 1,067 new cases. They lost 3. South Carolina picked up 691 cases. They lost 11. Michigan, no stats. Missouri, they picked up 1,027 new cases. They lost 4 people. Massachusetts picked up 644 new cases. They lost 3. Wisconsin picked up 1,865 new cases. They lost 5. Maryland, my little sweet state of Maryland. Oh, how I love my little Maryland. We picked up 471 new cases today, and we lost 1. Indiana, ooh-wee. They picked up 1,087 new cases. They lost 5. Minnesota, they picked up 1,039 new cases. They lost 7 people. And now we got Mississippi. We got the M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. Mississippi picked up 321 new cases. They lost 2. Iowa picked up 628 new cases. They lost 5. Washington State, 227 new cases. No losses. Oklahoma picked up 569 new cases, and they lost 1. Arkansas picked up 488. They lost 18. Nevada picked up 392. They lost 3. Utah picked up 1,393, and they lost 2. What the heck are they doing in Utah? Colorado picked up 521. They lost 8. Kentucky, Chucky Ducky, Kentucky, they picked up 618. They lost 4. No stats for Dorothy in Kansas. Connecticut, no stats. Nebraska, 404, and they lost 4. Idaho, Idaho, they picked up 262 new cases. They lost 2. Oregon, they picked up 259 new cases, and they lost 1. New Mexico picked up 181 new cases. They lost 2. No stats for Rhode Island. South Dakota picked up 432, no deaths. North Dakota, though, picked up 416 with 3 deaths. Delaware. Anybody care about Delaware? 118 new cases, no death. West Virginia, 160 new cases, and they lost 1. District of Columbia, 46 new cases, and Donald Trump was 1. They had 2 deaths. Montana, 279, and they lost 1. Hawaii picked up 70 new cases. They lost 6. New Hampshire picked up 48 new cases. They lost 1. Alaska picked up 188, no losses. Wyoming, 139, no losses. Maine, 33, no losses. Vermont, 7, no losses. Puerto Rico, can I say it again? Puerto Rico picked up 300 new cases. They lost 5. No stats for Guam. Virgin Islands picked up 1, no losses. No stats for the Maria Islands. No stats for the U.S. military. Veteran Affairs, they picked up 142. They lost 2. Federal prisons, no stats. Navajo Nation, they picked up 37, and they lost 1. total cases in the United States for the COVID-19, the coronavirus, that we know of. You know, there's people that we don't know of that ain't been tested. 7,636,912 total cases around the country of CV. New cases. We picked up 34,066 new cases, newly infected people. So people not wearing masks, people not social distancing, people not washing their hands. So yesterday we had 40-something thousand. Now we got 34,000. So they're not learning. Total deaths in the country today, 214,611 people have died so far of the CV. But today, we had a good day. We only lost, and I hate to say that, but it used to be 900 or 700. We only lost 333. For those of you that play the lottery, somebody go play 333. It might come out 333. We lost 333 people today to the coronavirus. That's ridiculous. Manny says too much of a risk, so there has to be rules so the drug abusers don't want to follow rules. Therefore, they won't stay in the shelter or rehab. There are already facilities paid for by their taxes. And she said good night. Then we need to have rules, because these people need to be picked up. And if they won't listen, we're going to have to intervene. If they need help and they won't get it, they either going to have to get treatment or get out the country. That's what I propose. Get treatment or get out the country. You got mental illness, you need to get treatment, get out the country. Or let's just give them a state and let them go there and just lay around. Every state got some grounds that nobody using, and make them stay there. Put up a fence then. They want to stay there, make them stay there. But how they gonna get high? There you go. They can't get high. They either gonna give them their own area and let them stay there. Make them have to stay there. You don't want to get no job? You don't want to get help? We're going to put you in this place, you won't stay there. You won't be in jail, but you can't leave. Sit there and get high, do whatever you want to do. You have to make your own drugs because you ain't coming out. That's what they start doing. But they had them out here walking around. They ain't trying to do nothing for their lives. Why should we fool with them? They're not trying to do anything. They got enough ingenuity to get a tent, enough ingenuity to figure out how to go to the bathroom, enough ingenuity. I seen some of them with electric bikes, electric scooters. They got enough ingenuity to do all that, but they can't get themselves straight. Nah. We need to gather them up and put them somewhere. Maybe somebody should start a debate about that. What we going to do with them? Because I like what Mandy said, but it sounded kind of cold-hearted. They won't stay in the facilities because they want to do drugs. Well, then we need to make them stay there. But they can't stay on the street. They can't stay in no tent. Do we have to make camps for them? You know how, like when you have prisoners of war, you had them camps. Do we have to make them camps? Do we have to get them like little trailer parks and lock them in? I'm just saying. If they care about the drugs so much, Do we have to lock them in, give them drugs, and let them OD? Get them out of here? I mean, I'm asking the question. These are questions. Is that what we need to do? Put them all in one area. Put a high wall up that they can't get out. Send somebody in there with methadone every day. The ones that's going to get straight going to come out. The ones that ain't going to stay there until they OD. That's what we got to do. But see, you want them out of sight. You don't want them on the sidewalk. You don't want to see the syringes on the ground. Every day, workers can go in there every day with armed guards and give everybody their treatment. Go in there and give them their dose. And they can sit there in that tent, in that area, and do whatever they do. Go make sure there's laboratories there, places where they can shower. And they stay there and do what they want to do. They be out of your sight. And we'll just keep them pacified out the way. That what you want? Same way you put the Indians up on the reservations? Get a reservation for these homeless people. Let them sit there and get high. That what you want to do? Get them off the street. We don't want to make them have treatment. Why not just gather them up? Give them their own reservation and make them stay there. They can sit there in their tents. Somebody will come by and give them their drugs. Come by and bring them breakfast. Bring them lunch. Bring them dinner. Let them stay out your way. You ain't got to come outside and see them. But if they make that law, are you going to go fund it? Are you going to back it up? Yeah, I want you to do that, but now, you know, it seems kind of mean now after I thought about it. Well, if all they want to do is get high, let them go get high. They be out your way, lock them up on the reservation. Give them a nice big, all that land they got in California. Make a nice big reservation for them. They can come out, hunt if they want, fish if they want. But every day, somebody will come there and give them their drugs, give them their methadone. Same way here in Baltimore, at North and Gay, they go to the methadone, there'll be a line out there. They'll be lined out to get their hit of methadone. And they'll sit out there for 2 or 3 hours and mingle. Why not get them their own place, out the way? We ain't got to worry about them. You worry about looking at them. You don't want to see them. Say they'd rather get high, let them get high. What are they contributing to the society? I'm asking. What are they contributing to the society? Nothing. So, if they can sit there and lay around and get high on the sidewalk, why can't we give them a place to go get high at where they ain't got to hide? Where they ain't got to be ashamed, where they be around their own kind? Why can't we do it? Why is it a bad thing? I don't understand how people don't want integration. They want integration, but nobody integrate. Anybody want to explain that? Everybody want integration. But you only want integration of money. Because you got Little Italy, Little Hong Kong, Chinatown, Irish over here, Italians there, Polish there, French there, Russian there. Everybody's still separated. Why not give the homeless people their own little town and make them stay there? And that way you ain't got to see none of that. It's a small thing to fund it. Give them 3 meals a day, 3 hots in the cot. And give them a little methadone. Use the methadone made in the laboratories. Don't cost much. Give them the fake methadone and keep them locked up. And wait for them to OD. If we're giving it to them, they shouldn't OD. They should be able to have nice lives. The same way you in your little, wherever you at. You in your little Chinatown. You in your little Irish town. Why can't they have a reservation? Be the homeless town. Bum town. Skid Row town. Why can't we do that? But see, it's too easy to say. But there are people that just want to get high. It's people that just want to get drunk. It's people that are sex addicts. Why can't we give them their own reservation? Give them their own place. So that your kids ain't got to see that sickness. Separate them off. You gave us Jim Crow, give Jim Crow to these sickos. Separate but equal. Start separating the people. The good from the bad. That way you ain't got to step over them as you go to work. You can drive under the bridge and not worry about somebody carjacking you. You don't have to worry about the smell coming from them tents. It can be done. No? But for you to say it's too much of a risk, get these junkies. Put them up on a reservation somewhere and lock them in there. They'll still be able to move around. They'll have land. They can go out there and go fishing at the lake and all that other stuff. But bring them 3 hots in the cot. Treat them like they're in jail, but they free. But they gotta stay on that reservation. They can't leave. Right there. Some of them are going to come to their senses, and some of them ain't. Some of them will be content and just die right there. But at least they dying there and not dying in the middle of the street. Yeah, but you ain't got to come on side and see them. But you got to have the courage to do it. Because if that's your brother, you ain't going to want him to go to the reservation. That's your mother. You're not going to want her to go to the reservation. If that's your child, you're not going to want them to be put on a reservation. That's what allows them to be on the sidewalk. On one hand, you don't want to see it. On the other hand, you want to do boo-boo. Got to take the feeling out of it. Tell you. Got to take out the feeling. They've already made their own little Skid Row. But they're trying to make it among the productive people. The productive people have got to say, we don't want you here. So you're not productive. We are. We're going to produce something. Since we are productive, we're going to produce a place for you to go. You say it's already facilities? Take that money for the facilities and buy some land. Find somebody who'll donate some land. And let them move out there. Set up some rules. They can't leave. We're bringing you the drugs. We're bringing you food. What you got to leave for? And if they want to go straight and they want to enter a rehabilitation program, that's how they get out. They don't say that. Some people are going to work to get out. Some people will say, hey, I'm good. This is what I always wanted. I get my drugs. I ain't got to worry about going there and killing nobody. Worry about stealing no copper. I ain't got to break in nobody's house. I ain't got to strong arm rob nobody. I'm getting what I need. This is what I want. As long as they're going to bring it to me, I'm good. And they bring me three hot meals a day. I ain't got to pay no rent. I'll get me a solar generator. Give me some solar panels. I'm good. See, we ain't gonna give you no electricity. You gotta make your own. Some people gonna get tired of it quick. Some people is gonna die there. That's life. So, have them on the street in your face, or spend the money and have them out your face. That's the question. But you can't go. Well, everybody can go except for my son. Everybody got to go except for my wife. Everybody got to go except for grandma. You can't send grandma down there. No, everybody got to go. That's going to be your problem. Because those that got power ain't going to want that half-dead relative going there. Those that got a little bit of money ain't going to want that half-dead relative going there. That's going to be your biggest issue. The people who gripe about them the most, those are the ones that's going to be the biggest hindrance. Just like the man said in the corner. Just like the man said in the corner, Gary's father. When Rock asked him, he said, you said, look at these kids, look at them bumming around, selling drugs and all that. They ought to come in there and kill them all. Then the Rock asked Gary's father, Gary, one of them, you still want them all killed? And Gary's father didn't answer. That's the problem. See, long as you ain't got nobody involved in it, you ain't got no problem. Yeah, put them on the reservation. But it's somebody you care about. You know, they don't have why they got to go too. No, they all need to go. If they want to come back into regular society, they'll do what they have to do. See, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be taken out. Don't we have laws? Aren't there laws against living in a tent? Don't you have to own a property or rent it in order for you to take up a residency? I'm just saying. But they're not being enforced. If you're running a shelter, the people need to be locked in until you're confident that they can't go out and get high. They don't want it no more. But see, you got to deal with the problem. The problem is not the drug. The drug helps them cope with the problem. So why you got them on them reservations? Why not send psychologists in there to find out what's bothering them? What's hurting them? What are they trying to escape from? Let's figure that out, and then we can treat the disease. But as long as you let them come back and forth, as long as you let them set up shop anywhere on the street, they don't have to deal with what's bothering them. They'll keep running. And rather than deal with the problem, they'd rather be on the street. Rather than deal with the problem, they'd rather poop in the trash bag. They'd rather piss in the jar than deal with the problem. If we're not going to deal with the problem, Ain't nothing we can do about it. People got problems. Whether they've been raped, molested, abused, whatever it is, they got issues. And they trying to mask it. They trying to cover it. They trying to get away from it. They got thoughts and feelings that make them feel like they want to kill themselves or kill somebody. And they take these drugs to soothe them, to pacify, to take away these feelings. The drugs are addictive, but to be without the drug, if you go through your what do you call it? What do you call it when somebody on drugs and they had the convulsions and everything? Your body is used to that drug. It's going to turn against you when you stop taking it. But after a while, the same way the body learned that drug, the body will forget it. But here's the problem. What made you take the drug in the first place? What made you take the drink in the first place? What made you start gambling in the first place? What made you start sexing everything that moved in the first place? What? We got to deal with the what. Because you can quarantine somebody. And they can get all the drugs out of them. But guess what? They still got the same problem. You got to deal with the problem. Well, guess what? They're going to find something else. And that's why people go from cigarettes to marijuana to heroin to crack. It makes them feel good and it makes them forget about the bad time. It makes them forget about that. We need to get them to deal with it, to stop running, to face it. That's how you stop addiction. That's how you stop people. They'd rather be homeless, but they can't keep a house. They can't keep a job. They can't even keep a relationship because the drug is the most important thing in their life. And it's not the drug, it's what the drug does. The drug suppresses the emotions that they are running from. So we need to deal with the suppressed emotion. Would anybody like to come debate me on that? If you don't find out what that emotion is, that fear is, whatever it is, you got to find out what it is and help them face it. Otherwise, you can quarantine them for 20 days and let them back out. They still got the same fear. They're going to run right back and get the drug. But now the body had got used to what they were doing before and got used to not having it, and then you bring it back, you're going to need more. But the body building a tolerance now. And each time you stop and come back, you need more. Get that same feeling. You need more. I took it, but I'm still having these thoughts. I'm still having these, I need more. That's why they OD. I ain't no scientist. I ain't no doctor. But tell me what I said was wrong. I'll listen. Tell me what I said was wrong. But see, people always want to come in and drop something and leave. I respect that person, but that was a cop-out. That was a cop-out. But the people that would say, you need to lock all these people up, get them off the street. But the ones I like. That's going to be the problem. But the ones I care about, but the ones I'm related to, that's going to be your problem. I keep to myself. It ain't a problem for me. But see, that's what you say. See, my only friend in real life is on the phone right now. But I feel the same way if they came and shipped her off to the reservation. That's the problem. So if you ain't got a solution, don't complain. There's nothing wrong with complaining. You need a solution. Because more and more people are winding up being homeless. They'll choose that lifestyle, getting themselves help. We need to find out why. Why? There's a why. A lot of the homeless are former veterans from the military. They were so strong in battle. But why, when they come home, are they fragile in the mind? Did all that killing, seeing all that death, they're playing back in their minds and haunting them. That's why they need drugs. Not to have those killings. They're suppressed. Not to have them memory. They need them suppressed. This is how you deal with addiction. Something drives the addict to need the drug. What is the something? I always hear about these step programs. We're going to lock them in for 2 weeks and keep them clean. But while they're there, are you asking them what is the problem? I haven't seen not one of those shows. They used to come on MTV and all kinds and TLC. I ain't seen not one show where they actually tackle with the issue. They all focused on stopping them from taking the drug. But what's the reason for taking the drug? Why are they taking it? Why do you feel the urge to go take something you know is bad for you? What is that bad? You know you're going to lose your family. You know you're going to lose your job. You know you're going to lose your home. You rather risk that. It's something wrong with that person. And we need to find out what the wrong is. Punishing the person without finding out what the wrong is doesn't do any good. Because no matter how long you lock them up, they're going to come out and they're going to have that same issue. And while you have them locked up, they can't get to nothing. But the minute you let them out, they will. But the problem still. You also got to deal with family members. Because family members and friends will enable them. They'll give them money to go get the stuff they don't need. You got to tackle all these issues. You just can't do one thing. You got to deal with all these factors. Easiest way to eliminate that, put them on a reservation. Over. Pick them up. Pick them up, put them on reservation. Their own reservation. Nice big walls around it so they can't get out. Every day, bring them trained doctors, give them their drugs, have trained physicians, find out why they're there. So that's part of the program. They're going to have to get some serious counseling. And we need people who are trained on how to get into the psyche. I don't care if it's hypnosis, whatever you got to do. Find out what bothers them to the point that they would take the drug. Then we can get somewhere. But until you willing to do that, you ain't doing nothing. Keep throwing money at program ain't gonna do no good. You ain't fixing what's wrong in their head. Till you fix that, you can't fix the addict. Getting them cleaned up is only part of it. One bad day, one bad situation, one stressful moment from running back to find that drug man. Now it's 3:53 in the morning. Would anybody like to debate me on what I just said? Anybody like to throw a debate up? Anybody want to come in here and say what I said was hogwash? I'll listen. Come tell me I was wrong. Where are all the doctors and nurses, people that work in the rehab facilities? Come tell me I'm wrong. People that got junkies in their family, alcoholics in your family. Come tell me where I'm wrong. I'll listen. Come on in. Come share. Tell me what I said was a bunch of hooey. I'll listen. Come on in. I invite you. Anybody. Nobody gonna come in here. But they can't dispute what I say. I doubt anybody. Come dispute what I say. Don't tell me what I said didn't make sense. I'll listen. Let's gather up all the homeless. Let's gather up all the junkies living on the street. Let's gather them all up. Put them on reservations. That's how we live now. You got your Chinatown, you got your Little Italy, you got your Polish town. We all live in little reservations. Get them their own. They're not disgusted to see somebody with a needle. They're not disgusted to see somebody listening in the park. They're not disgusted to see somebody pooping on a rose bush. Put them together. Society will be a lot cleaner, a lot better. And if they want it, they'll come out of it. Don't want it, they'll stay right there. I'll listen. I won't debate me. I know they won't. We're here. I'm gonna make no little comment and run. We actually deal with the issues. Alrighty, we've been live for 3 hours and 17 minutes. Damn, I started late. Alrighty, y'all, let me go get out of here. Ain't nobody talking. Told y'all I'll come back. As Naya would say, see you soon. As I say, I'll see you later on today. But I'm going to go watch NXT TakeOver. I'm going to go ahead and cook. Y'all have a great night, and thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be on earlier. Well, I was on today. Well, we'll be on earlier. We still got to wait for our 2 packages tomorrow. So, y'all take it easy and have a great night. And I will see y'all. Thanks for watching the Minister Brother Derrick Show.